Hi Taurus, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to remind you this is general, so just take what resonates and do apply it to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you are guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it, okay? So it's a bit timeless in that sense, but I do more than appreciate your support by liking, commenting, and of course subscribe if you haven't joined this amazing Taurus tribe already. But I do feel as if it's a next 48 that's full of a lot of peace for you, whether you expect it or not. Now, I did feel Spirit singing through me in more than one way. Okay, didn't mean to say that. At more than one point before I started recording, and I felt it was key for your reading. Don't be surprised if they do that to you, push you to listen to music in moments of desiring that peace or needing an uplift in your vibration, or just something to give you message-wise through that specific song, the lyrics, you name it. But what else do we have for Taurus from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck for the next 48? Staying in your lane is quite beneficial, and I feel that you just intuitively feel you should be, okay? Just trying to sit back so you can see my hair. I do sense that you're looking good and you're feeling good, and you're the right tone adding to a situation. I didn't love that wording, but you get the point. Whether that's at home, at work, you're adding that level of peace to a situation, or you're adding that level of happiness, or both. You're not bringing the mood or the vibe down when somebody else might be, or multiple other people, if I could even speak. Do bear with any background noise if you can hear it. Somebody's mowing the lawn and it's quite early here, but I just feel the need to do this. But why do we have the Void card? I do feel your connection to the moon is quite strong regardless of whether you actually are staring at it or physically connecting with it in one way, shape, or form. I do sense that you are thinking about what you lack, whether that's money, the perfect relationship, thinking about how you lack that perfect job or living situation. However it works for you, it could be more than one thing. And I just feel like Spirit's saying it's not bad for you to be thinking about and desiring and working towards what you don't have, what you desire, right? But at the same time, don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over the next 48 for you to the point where you're not enjoying what you're producing and developing, wrapping oneself up in, or to the point where you're just zoning out, right? And that's just what you drift to. But I do feel like the next 48, for whatever reason, highlights the extremes of your life, okay? Whether it's just more so you find oneself going through a month or certain weeks where things are really slow, not as much on your plate, and then things pick up, right? Or just chapter to chapter. For example, I have Taurus in my Mars, and I know that for me, I'm about to pick up another part-time job once again, and it's going to leave me pairing that with this business very, very busy once again, where since I moved to Orlando, I had been giving myself the time to just focus on this a bit more, right? Giving myself the chance to, I wouldn't say relax, but more so, right? In comparison to when both are on my plate. Does that make sense? So apply it to your situation, but it feels like the extremes of life in one way, shape, or form are taking a highlight, okay? You may feel like it's just this all or nothing sort of vibe in certain ways throughout your life, but let's pull one more. We have fear. Fear. I do sense that even though you are optimistic in certain ways, there's certain levels of fear that's being highlighted from the recent past, from even this period of time for you individually. It's almost as if you don't feel this level of fear wholeheartedly, but there is a bit of it within you, okay? And that could stem, it could just kind of snowball into more if we don't sort of squash it now. You may be fearing a change on the horizon that's inevitable. You may be fearing a lack of money, or you may be fearing a level of loneliness in the future for some. I feel like that's not as common as the other two I mentioned. But do you get the point? It's Spirit saying that your path is purposeful in the way it's unraveling. You need to trust that when you need something, you will acquire it, okay? When something's meant to come to be even, it'll come to be, okay? And there's also a reminder in the next 48, what's meant to be will be, and what's not meant to be, it's just not going to be, even if it is for a little bit, okay? But let's continue and pull some tarot. I'm thinking we're gonna pull from the Mystic Mondays. The pleasant moments where you just feel happy, you feel even grateful for, I did see the gratitude card, for the small things in life. That's absolutely beautiful, and you need to embrace that. Spirit is, in a sense, clapping. They did show hands clapping behind the scenes or just around you, because it's not the easiest to do that at all times, especially when a situation isn't perfect, especially when you have so many desires or you just need a certain amount of this or that to get to where you need to be, or to secure something in the near future. But you're still able to separate yourself at certain points and just be grateful. That's amazing. That's how you manifest. And you're being reminded how intuitive you are as a Taurus naturally, and how easily you are manifesting. Beautiful. What else do we have for Taurus, if I could even speak? The Queen of Cups, cheering to oneself. Absolutely love it. Admiring your beauty, admiring how good you are at what you do. I just feel this vibe where even if Spirit isn't pushing you to do so, you just feel the need to rewatch your work or re-examine things, kind of pat oneself on the back in that sense. I do sense a bit of strategizing or reviewing in regards to what content on social media has been most popular and why, what you did right, what you did wrong, even though I feel like it was purposeful either way, and how it came to be. You could be reviewing your work in other ways, okay? Reviewing other changes you made in your life and how that's affected things at this present time, for the better or for the worse. I also feel like you could be pushed to revisit in one's mind, heart, and soul when you accepted an opportunity. Were you feeling it out fully? Were you actually listening to your intuition and feeling out the energy and observing someone else's way of being, I feel the need to say, or multiple people, to the best of your ability? Maybe not. Maybe you wanted something so badly that you just went for it. Okay, Spirit's saying none of that moving forward, even if there's a timeline at hand, certain limitations at hand, or you just need something or want something badly, okay? We're needing you to recognize that you have all the tools at this time to decipher, to make a decision in the most efficient manner, to make sure that you're not needing to replace it or just move on soon after that. Not to say that what you're needing to acquire is at all, or is it all your fault? But do you know what I'm saying? You have the tools. So let's make sure we're preparing to make the best decision for you, for Taurus, okay, for oneself. The number 3 coming into play, spirituality, success. There's more to that spiritual number that you may want to look up. The 4 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, through reminders of what's not meant for you, whether it's something in your current day situation, something you recently left behind, you're celebrating the acquiring of a new opportunity, okay, or a new situation, new chance to succeed, I feel the need to say. I feel like you're knowing that things are going to get really busy for you in certain ways, but at the same time, or it could slow down, but I feel like for the majority drawn to the reading, things are just going to feel like a bit of a juggling act, right? Busier for oneself, more to accomplish, but it's going to light that, put the fuel to the flame of your motivation to achieve a goal in one's mind, to get more done, to just succeed, okay? And it could even potentially get you away from a situation where you, more so, where it benefits you. Spirit's saying, we're so damn proud of you because you're making the best, right? You're coping well, you're grateful, and you're just stepping forward and doing what you have to do in a very audible light. People respect you, I feel the need to say. And it's the sense that you're kind of, in a conquering way, not putting up with what isn't meant for you, even if that's done in a stepping away kind of manner. But I also feel like you are deciphering quite quickly, if I could even say it, deciphering in your mind quite quickly in regards to what's meant for you and what's not going to cut it, okay? Just because an opportunity felt comfortable to an extent, just because it felt peaceful, doesn't mean it's going to be enough for you, okay? The most lucrative is what's meant for you at this time. But I do feel like you're a little bit concerned in certain ways once again, but needing to recognize that you have the knowledge and wisdom, potentially even overqualified for some of you out there, to just do what you got to do and make something happen, okay? In a non-stressful way. But I wouldn't be surprised if love is on your mind. Somebody's thinking about you quite consistently. I don't know that this is the right person for you or the person that you want to end up with. But regardless, there's one, if not multiple suitors, people thinking about you, Taurus. You're very desirable, very attractive, and Spirit's saying, doesn't mean you need to settle, okay? There's a bit of a checkbox sort of situation to, not a to-do list, a requirement list, if you will, and I feel like this individual isn't checking them all off, okay? But you're going to be reminded you have a lot of options, but I wouldn't be surprised if money, career, investments, that takes a true highlight in one's mind, heart, and soul, and just your efforts, where your efforts are being put forth, and not love. Alrighty, for more than one reason, as we re-cleanse the energy, let's continue with the Chariot card. The next 48 is going to highlight, even spark a level of motivation within you to acquire more, to do what you got to do, to see oneself successful moving forward in more than one way, okay? It's this reminder that you are true evidence that you don't need to force it to be successful, but you don't need to settle for less along your quest to see oneself acquiring a healthier situation or just more for oneself in one way, shape, or form. I hope that was put right, but the energy here just shifted in a little bit of a uncomfortable direction, and I feel like that's coming out for a reason. Anyways, I do feel as if you're being viewed as a star in certain ways, and I mean this comes out in your reading quite often, but I do feel as if there's a focus on, again, what you're motivated to achieve, what you're motivated to see come to be in your external reality as a true manifestation of success, okay? But you're being viewed as very strong and as somebody who owns their stripes, what they've been through, and even more than you think, playing into how you do what you do, right? But being sort of evident through the gateway to your soul, right? Your eyes telling a story in and of itself, through your mood at certain points in the next 48, however that works out for you. But I'm hearing again your connection to the moon as I'm being drawn to this, even though I feel like that's meant to be the sun, given this is a Leo card. Anyways, I did get the number 7 as within the break I took before. The number 7, look up that spiritual number. There is a message for you. But I do sense that you're going to feel very confident in the next 48, to say the very least. This is going to help you acquire a new opportunity, or it's going to help you simply just succeed at something more so, or both. And I just feel like it's also going to assist in your decision-making process. People are going to see you as someone who's just very good looking, and there's no way about denying that, okay? There's no need to be jealous, okay? I do feel like people's closed-minded view on things, right, or approach on things comes to be a highlight in your vision, okay? People are going to defend you if need be, but I don't feel like it's necessary. The Sun card coming out, I mean, this does come up in your reading often with the Strength card and the Sun card. There could be Leo in your chart exuding that kind of presence at this time, feeling a bit cocky like a Leo. I mean, I'm a Leo sun and I have Taurus in my chart, so I would get it if that was the case for you, but it doesn't have to be. But either way, I just feel like while the connection that you have to the moon takes a highlight in certain ways at certain points, your connection to the sun as well takes a highlight. Some of you wanting to or actually acquiring a tan, thinking about happier days for oneself moving forward, thinking about how you're happier than certain other people. I just feel like you are needing to prioritize your peace at this time while your happiness and enjoyment takes a highlight as well. And you just can't help but think about change moving forward, right? But why would you settle for what's at hand if it's not perfect for you? Or even what's being offered to you if there's better for oneself to acquire, right? With your innate ability to manifest and to co-create with spirit, okay? So it's the next 48 that reminds you that while you're strutting your stuff, doing what you got to do and looking to change things up or even doing so in the next 48, people are attracted to you. People are driven to see what you're up to or what you're producing and developing. And that's leaving you even more successful, okay? Do continue to cheers to oneself and cope with and even heal certain emotions that do come to be, because I feel like you deal with a lot and have, if you were to rewind back. But Spirit's saying, as a reminder, with the overqualification or just the knowledge and wisdom you have at this point, the ability to do what you do to the best of your ability to the point of impressing. Do not settle. Okay, do not settle. It's the next 48 that reminds you through the extremes of life, you're about to see a void be wiped away and a level of fulfillment come to be in your situation. So there's no need to fear as things are about to change for the better for oneself. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Taurus.